Hey lads, Temps here, welcome to a brand new squad builder, and this time around we have got a lovely little bronze team that's worth just around 25k and has got some absolutely amazing players, and this team is by far one of the most fun teams I've used because you're coming up against pretty poor bronze teams and people with starter teams who don't really know what they're doing, so this will really get you some wins if you need to get some wins on your board and you want to win that bronze jumbo pack. So in goal we'll start things off with Ortega. Now he's got 67 diving, 69 reflexes, 60 handling, 64 kicking, and then the other two stats are 59 and 85. 58. But that's overall for a bronze goalkeeper. Overall, very good stats. The only way that could be better if they were all 60s. But the diving and reflexes are good. He stopped some really great saves. He saved me in the 90th minute a few times. He stopped penalties. He's really good when it comes to saving free kicks, and he's good in the air. Overall, I'd recommend you go out and get him because he's really solid. And he's 6'1", so he's not exactly a small guy. Now we're moving on to the defence. We have got on the left back side Heidinger. I think it's Heidinger. Heidinger. Obviously, probably has a German pronunciation. Right side is Tremmel. Then you have down the centre, we have the Borussia Dortmund man Saar, and then we have Schulers. Yeah, Schulers. Well, let's talk about the fullbacks first of all. Heidlinger is a great player, really good on the pole, strong, dominant, gets the ball down and plays nicely on the wing. Trimmel as well, very solid. He was the captain in this team, really good at corners, getting the ball into the box, overlaps well, and he really just is a good part of this team and a solid defender. The two centre backs were both very good, especially with Schulers, who had 77 physical. Now the rest of his stats were pretty, but not the best. I mean, 63 defending is actually quite good, but the 52 pace is the sort of thing that would let him down. But overall, he was just a big tank of a player. And we have Saar on the other side, who has exactly the same defending, 64 physical, but he has better pace and he's better on the ball. So you know he's the guy you would give it to from the defence if the goalkeeper was passing out to go through the team. But them two were really good partnership. They linked off each other well, and it was very strong and solid. Moving forward into the central midfield role, we have got the Ginger Wizard, who is Amini. He's a really good player. On the other side of him we've got Gondorf. Now we're going to start off things with Amini, who the Borussia Dortmund Aussie. He was really good for me, but the one thing I didn't like was the fact he was quite weak. For a CM I wanted him to be quite good on the ball and just deliver the ball. But he got the ball, he laid it off, but sometimes he would just get like pushed off the ball and that'd be it. But he wasn't bad, but he wasn't as good as Gundorf. Now Gundorf had 72 pace and 78 physical, whereas Amini had pretty much all 60 stats apart from his physical and his defending. Gundorf had a pretty ranged one where it was all over 60 apart from shooting, so he was the better midfielder for me. Really good long shots as well, hit the crossbar. Amini did have a decent shot on him sometimes, but you know, I wouldn't exactly say he was the best player. Now we're going to go on to the winging players. Now this is where things really start to heat up when we go attacking wise. On the left side we've got Brocker or Brocker, or it's got the Ozil, so I'm going to go Brocker, I think it's like that. If you know the pronunciation, then please help me out. But his standout stats for me were the 81 pace, but also 80 physical. For a 63 rated left midfielder, that's not bad at all. He was really good. You know, he did have a decent shot as well, and he was decent on the ball. His defending wasn't great, and his passing was average. But what do you expect from a midfielder? Down the wing, you want pace and you want him to just go and be strong, and he was, and he's picked up some really nice goals, and he was a really good asset going forward. On the other side, we have got the man himself, the fastest player on FIFA 15, and that man is Bolly. Now, do you want to know his standout stats? I think you know what it might be. 97 pace, 65 dribbling and 61 shot are his best stats. This man is lightning quick. You play a ball into the corner, he will just literally go and catch it. The only thing is his agility isn't the best in his dribbling. So on the ball, he can be a little bit poor, but if you're running in a straight line, you're going to beat anyone without a shadow of a doubt. He's quite good, he's very strong as well, and he's 6 foot. So he's not a nippy little player, he's a big guy who's going to just completely bomb. And you know, on the ball, I didn't do like skill moves, I used the L2RT or LTRT or L2 R2 as I used. And he was just really good for me, and I have to say he was solid as a rock and really worth the coins I paid for him. Now the strikers, this is going to be a really interesting one to pronounce. On the right hand side we have got SKRZYBSKI. There is literally one vowel in there, so how does he expect me to just pronounce that? That's just not absurd. But I mean, he had 85 pace and 68 dribbling, and he was really good for me as well. You know, overall he wasn't a bad player. he scored 6 goals from 5 games, and that wasn't bad. But the man next to him, for me personally, was the guy that made this team so worth it. Oh god, here we go. Rukavalcic, Rukavaytsytsya. Now, this man was 6 foot, left-footed, but his right foot was just as good. I don't even know, he got freestyle weak foot, but his right foot was just as good. 91 pace, 69 dribbling and 61 shot along with 60 passing, and his physical was only 59, but this man could literally destroy any back four. He was so good, and he was just so cheap, 3,500 coins. He's a bronze player, yes, but he was just so good, and I've used like Bonlahor and Messi and Sturridge, and I would put him up there purely because of the fact he could just destroy any defence. You know, bronzes are meant to play up against bronzes, silvers, golds. So obviously for goals it's harder, but because they've got the advantage of being a gold player, it will be a lot easier. This guy went up against some of the best bronze defenders you can ask for, and even a few silver and golds, and he just found ways through them. We come up against a team who had, I think it was Thiago Silva and David Luiz. He just dribbled past them like they weren't even there, and he was just so good. And I would have to say, if you're going to build a team, any bronze team, put him in it. He is well worth the coins. Now guys, this is of course a little hybrid. It's a bronze one, so you know, not many people are going to want to buy it, but if you are looking to win that bronze cup and win that premium gold jumbo, premium bronze jumbo pack, then I would recommend you go out and get this team. Why? I mean, there is so much pace, and obviously you can say you had the fastest player in the game in your squad at one point. But guys, if you have enjoyed, then please smash that like button, and also please subscribe for more. It would really appreciate a lot. Also down below, tell me what you think of this team, how would you improve it, and what would you do next time. I will see you guys next time for some more FIFA 15 squad builders. Goodbye.